Hey guys, and welcome back to episode 18 of Enigmatica 2 Expert Mode. So right now I'm just crafting up some Mantle of the Stars. We're going to need these for the upgrades to the Draconic, or the Wyvern gear, to make it Draconic tier. And in total we need 4 of these Mantle of the Stars, so I'm just finishing that. I've been doing a bunch of other prep work as well for that, for the upgrades, and I'll show you what I have here in a second. I've also made this containment chalice. It really helps with the crafting on this thing. It means you don't have to refill the starlight. So yeah, let me craft this and I'll come back and explain what the goal is for today. Alright, so this episode, there's 2 things I'd like to get done. The first of which is to get the ultimate ingots, and I think I'm going to make it over a stack of these. The recipe for these ingots contains pretty much every ingot in the game. So I put in the recipe into packaged auto already. And I'm just working my way through this. So if we search for the ultimate ingot, I'm just trying to craft one of each package just for now, just to see what I'm missing, and I've pinned the ones that we still have to get. So there's a few that I've been working on that required me to build some extra machines and whatnot, so I'll show you that. The first one I set up some more infrastructure for is this lithium manganese dioxide alloy ingot, which is quite the mouthful. It requires this manganese dioxide ingot, and that requires a fluid infuser with oxygen. And the first step actually is to get this dust. Yeah, so you have to smelt rhodochrosite first, which we're getting from our rock crushers. I think it's crushing granite. Yeah, crushing granite gives us rhodochrosite, and then we fluid infuse this with liquid oxygen, and then we alloy smelt this with lithium, and that gives us this lithium manganese dioxide dust, or alloy. So that's the first one I set up. I've also added some more alloy machines in here. I've just been doing it by hand since we only need a handful. And this was to make pig iron and night slime, these 2 here. So it's the 2 Tinker's Construct ones. I have made the seed for the night slime, so we don't need to do this anymore. However, the pig iron was... I don't think we can make seeds for it, but I have enough anyway. It's just some clay, blood, and molten iron. So I just had those smelting in these melters, and then alloying into the tank, and then into an ingot former. Oh, there's still some there. So yeah, I think I have all I need of that. There was a couple basic crafting recipes I put in as well, like the ender ingot, that's just ender pearl and iron. This is the ones we're left with that we don't have yet. So we have the 3 psi metal ingots, which we're going to need to do today. Demon metal, that's easy, we just have to throw some gold in lava. Enchanted metal, this is going to take an enchanter, so this is something I'll set up. Enhanced ender ingots, we're going to need the ender crafter. And evil infused. So for this we need, oh yeah, this is the enchanter as well. So let's start with the easy stuff and let's just get this enchanter up and going. In fact, I'll probably make 2 of these. Alright, so I've got 2 enchanters set up here. I decided just to put them in the tower, since yeah, I don't really know, I'm kind of running out of space. As strange as that sounds with all the space here, it's kind of like filled with nothing. It's not the best design for functionality, but hey. We got them slotted in here. I have 2, these aren't the fastest things in the world, but yeah, it works. So this will get us both the evil infused and also the enchanted iron, so we can take those off our list. Next up, I think I'll tackle the psi metal. So I think the way psi works is if you've done it once on another install, it remembers that and you don't have to do any of the tutorial things again, because when I started this game I had all these unlocked, but normally, like the first time I went through this I had to go through all of these tutorial steps. You can do it in about, I don't know, under 10 minutes. You just follow a guide, it's really not too difficult, you just go through all the things. Anyway, we need these different tricks, and I think it's this one here at level 15. Greater Infusion and also the Ebony and Ivory. So in order to get started you have to create a casting device, and you make an iron CAD assembly, and then you stick it in this and it becomes the CAD device, and then you zap some redstone and it gives you this psi dust. And then we have to make a spell programmer, and this is what we can use to load the spells onto the CAD device. I'm not going to fully explain how this works because, to be honest, I really don't know that much about the mod. I really just want to get the metals that I need, which is the ivory, the ebony, and the psi metal. So I'm just going to gather these up and then we'll move on. Alright, that only took about 5 minutes to do. I got the CAD device with both of the tricks. I think one was Greater Infusion and one is Ebony and Ivory. So I have the 2 Ivory stacks here, and this should be the 2 Ebony stacks. Oh, it looks like I'm short some sawdust. Easy as that. So that's now Sai out of the way. So that just leaves the Demon Metal and Enhanced Ender Ingots. Alright, there's 512 Demon Metal. You just have to throw it into lava with Surrounded by Nether Brick, and you get a chance to get it back. I have a couple of stacks here, so that's probably enough just to finish the game with. So we're down to just Enhanced Ender Ingots, so I'm going to have to set up an Ender Crafter for that, which doesn't look too bad. So let's do that. Alright, I got the Extended Ender Crafter set up here. It looks interesting, but it works. So yeah, I'm using these automation interfaces to automate the 2 recipes here. So we need one for the Enhanced Ender Ingot, which is Ender Ingots plus an Ender Star. And we need another one for the Star, which is Nether Stars and Eye of Enders. So basically the patterns for the AE2 are in the 2 of these interfaces. They push the items into the automation interface, and then this automation interface will push into the Ender Crafter and then also extract. And then I just have item conjugates going from the automation interface into the 82 interface. And so that puts the finished craft back in the system. And if you're curious, here's the settings for the automation interface. I'm going to add a bunch of extra Ender alternators as well, because that also speeds up the recipe. So I don't know, I'll just order 40. And I think these work in a 7x7x7 all around, so they will share some of them. We're going to have to leave some blocks out, like for example the flux points to power the automation interface. But these Ender Crafters themselves don't need any power. It's just how many of these you can fit around them. Alright, and with that set up, we now have everything we need for the ultimate ingot. However, once again, I'm getting a bit ahead of myself. So in order to craft the ultimate ingot, we need the ultimate crafting table. And there's still a few things we're missing for this. Yeah, I put in the recipe and packaged auto. So for these 2 packages, we're missing Draconium Crystals and also these recipes here. So I guess let's first tackle this Draconium Crystal. So in order to get Draconium Crystal, we're going to need clean Draconium Slurry. And for that, we need the Draconium Ore. So I think I might stop the auto processing of this ore, just so we can process it into slurry. We're not going to need too much of it, but I've taken it out of this interface so that we're not processing it anymore in the sag mill. Because if we look at how much we have, I believe it's the most ingots we do have, and we're not going to need any more than 646,000 of them. At least I don't think so anyway, that would be crazy. Anyway, so in order to get those crystals, we need a crystallizer, and we need sulfuric acid. Luckily I knew this step was coming up, so I did ender tank sulfuric acid over next to, well, what was it we were producing? Over by the other nuclear craft machines. I'll show you here. Right here. Sulfuric acid. So this is to make the crystal or calcium sulfate, sorry. It's one of the processes in calcium sulfate. So what I can do is switch this out with an ender tank, and then we can transport this sulfuric acid, and that drastically cuts down the need for the machines. Alright, so I got our Draconium slurry set up here. This actually took me a while, since these machines need to be placed the correct way, like you can't filter their inputs or anything, so yeah, that's making our Draconium crystal, and I think we can see it in JI. Yeah, I had enough channels. That's one thing that's kind of difficult when you have a base that isn't like gridded, is like trying to work out where all your ME conduits are. Like I have them running all over the place underneath the floor here. Alright, I believe I now have everything I need for the ultimate crafting table. So I have the two indexes here, or the 2 packages for the crafting table. If I put these in here, it should unpack them all into this inventory, and then we can just shift click into this table, I think. Yep, and that gets us the ultimate crafting table. And I think that is the last quest in the gates tab as well. Yeah, so we've unlocked bragging rights now. And the resonator, useless. Right, so I'm just setting up some automation here for the ultimate ingot. I managed to get 63 of each package here. I did already make one ultimate ingot just by hand. There was one that I am not able to craft 64 of yet, and that is this one because of the Insanium. So I did increase our Inferium production, and I'll show you that in a sec, but I'm just putting in the recipe for the ultimate ingot here. Hopefully this will work. So I got index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So if we encode this, we should now see a recipe for the ultimate ingot. So we should be able to request this. It'll get all the packages. We accept that. We will see, yep, it's all going into the automation interface and it's populating this table. This thing isn't the fastest thing in the world, but it's definitely the easiest way to automate this. One thing I'm not sure about is if it'll pull the item out. I know this is capable of doing it, but I don't know if I have the right setting on it, so we'll see. Alright, looks like it took it out. Did it put it back in the system? No, it did not. Alright, I think I might have fixed it. There was some issues with this exporting, and we have some stuck things here, so I'll have to unblock that manually, unfortunately, but let's just try this again and order the other 30 that we can make right now, and just see if it works. So I set blocking mode on these as well. Why is that going in there? I think that is a bug. I don't think I'm supposed to have all of these indexes. I'm not sure I'm supposed to have these, to be honest. Yeah, I'll keep them there. I don't know if that's index 0. Alright, I'm not sure what was going on with those indexes here. I think it might have duped them. So I'll probably delete them. I think there's an extra 2 in here as well. I think I'm only supposed to have 31 of index 0. These I know I made 2 stacks of because I crafted them twice by accident. But like the rest, I think I used them all. So these I will delete these because these are duped items. And we just won't use the automation interface. I'll just craft them by hand. So I switched this out with a storage crate as well, and then we'll just move the items manually. So we should just be able to take all of these by hand and then just, I think it's a shapeless recipe, so I don't think we need to have them in order or anything. But they all should be here, if everything goes well. Yes, there's 30 ultimate ingots, which is a good start anyway. And actually we have 30, oh no we don't, we're still missing the Insanium, so I added this farm over here to increase our Insanium production. So this is something I seen online for the Astral setup. I have 2 collector crystals here, both max statted, and they are attuned to Avitas and also Alteria. The major constellation's Avitas and they're modified by Alteria. So Avitas makes everything grow quicker, and Alteria will decrease the range but increase the potency. So basically boost the stats of the Avitas ritual. And then I have the ritual anchor to move the area of effect to this 3x3 here. And then I just have some mechanical users on tier 6 Inferium seeds. And that's just getting picked up into this ender chest. This is connected to the drawer system here, just to have a unified inventory of Inferium. And if we look at Inferium, we can see the rate that it's going up with pretty quick. It's not as quick as I would have thought though, this farm. But we do have both of these supplementing each other. So 300, 340, 350, 370. So it's about 10 per second, which is pretty quick to be honest. So I think that will be sufficient anyway. There is ways also of boosting this some more. We can do blood magic rituals. I have a few growth accelerators below here, but obviously they stack a lot more. I just don't think it'll be necessary to be honest. There's so many other things we have to do before we need all of this Insanium. So yeah, I think I can just leave this running and we'll build up Inferium nicely. I know also this area is turning into a bit of a mess, so I definitely don't want to leave it like this before I finish up this pack. I do want to clean this up, and it will be cleaned up. It's just yeah, I want to get things working and moving along. There is one other thing I made last night, which was the dragon egg seed. This one here, to get dragon egg essence. And this gives us dragon eggs, which we'll need for the infinity catalyst, so I wanted to get that going. I just crafted some end crystals, resummoned the dragon, and second time you kill the dragon it drops the scales, so I used those and some insanium again to craft the seed. So as you've seen there, we have tons and tons of dragon essence now. So that was something else I wanted to just get going before we actually needed it, so that when we come to need this, we don't have to wait on anything. So let's see about making this armour then, this Draconic Armor. So the resonant self-frames we have, the Mantle of the Stars I crafted at the beginning, the Wyvern set I have, angel rings. I did actually craft up 4 angel rings as well. That wasn't too bad. What else? The ultimate ingots, we now have those, so we can put that, one of those in each slot, so it's 4 ultimate ingots. Let's see what else. 2 draconic energy cores and 2 awakened cores. Is this the same for everything? I think it is. I think all the recipes are the same, it's just which wyvern piece you put in. And we'll need 4 crystal matrix. I think I have those on autocraft. Yes, I do. So we're making 4 of those. We're also going to need 8 awakened cores. So let's see if we can craft those actually. So I have 1. Let's try and make 7. Do we have everything? Slime balls. We're missing slime balls. That looks like all we're missing though, which isn't too terribly difficult to fix. Alright, I sorted the blue slime problem. Let's see if we can make 7 more of these awakened cores. Looks like it. I'm just waiting on the last one here. It took about 4 minutes-ish. So there's our 8 awakened cores. This is getting pretty expensive. So what does that leave us with then? I think just the energy cores actually. And I'll have to make the cell frames. Or have I made those maybe? Oh yeah, I did already craft those yesterday. There's a cell frame each. And so it's just the energy frames then. Right, energy cores. 2 draconic energy cores per. So we need 4 more. Alright, I believe we now have everything we need for the Draconic Armor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, why don't we finish this off by crafting up the armor here. So we'll start with the helmet. So 1 ingot, 2 blocks. 1 of those, 2 of those. And the matrix. Oh, and the helmet. There we go. We're crafting. Alright, it looks like it finished. The first one. There's our Draconium helmet. Nice. We still have to put upgrades on this before we can fight the dragon with it though. Because he'll still kill us even with this armor without the upgrades. So next let's just do the rest of the pieces then. Alright, second one finished. There is our chest plate. Let's do the leggings now. I also remembered we can configure this armor as well. It has some really cool effects we can use. Yeah, this armor here has some really cool effects. It has night vision. You can hide also as well, so if you don't want to show it but still wear it, which is pretty cool. What else does this have? Flight lock, flight speed modifier. Oh yeah, inertia cancellation, that's awesome as well. Boost on sprint, so yeah, now we stop dead when we stop, which is really nice. Auto feed, I'm assuming that takes more power as well. Oh wow, that is fast. That is quick flight. Okay, I don't think I can keep it on that. Let's just say, I don't know, 100%. Yeah, even that, even 100%, like double speed is still insane. I wonder what the leggings have. I thought that had the speed boost on it, but maybe it has run speed on the leggings. And I'm assuming the boots have jump. Alright, that's the leggings finished. Time for the boots now, which is the last piece. Nice, that's the last piece just finished now. So there's our Draconic boots. We still have to charge this though, so I think I'll make the Draconic flux capacitor to give us more capacity. I like the look of this armor set. I don't know if it's my favourite in the game. I don't know if the Infinity is better in terms of aesthetics. But this looks pretty cool. I like this. I don't know if I should hide my helmet though. I kind of like it off better than on. Just have it like this. Anyways, with the armor now crafted, we are now able to fight the Chaos Guardian in order to get Chaos Shards, which we need for the Chaotic Cores, which is the next tier of Draconic Evolution, and that is used in the creatives. However, I don't think I'll do that next time. I think I'll do some more work on the creative items, and maybe we'll get this Anglicite, which involves going to another planet. But yeah, looking at these creative items, there's still a couple things we have to do. For example, the rainbow generators. I think we're only going to need 2 of these. I could be... oh no, we need 3 it looks like. So we need to put in recipes for that, but we should have everything. Draconic energy cores, we can do that. The ultimate catalyst though... oh no, we can do this now actually. So actually we might be able to make this next time. The creative energy. It's just the solar arrays which we'll need to put in recipes for. And the tier 5s, I think we can do this as well even. It's just the Benitoite and the Anglicite that we don't have. Although most of this isn't too bad. And then it's just this one is going to take a bit of farming to do. So yeah, we'll probably do the Gaia Guardian fight next time. And start working on these 2 crystals here. Alright, I'm going to continue playing a little bit and try and clean things up before next time. I think I'll end the episode here though. So yeah, thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one.